a little...
Another coup as well.
Another coup, yeah. They're so not too far from the north, to the north of here, and there's a town called Centralia, and in Centralia they have had a statue to remember the brave members of the American Legion who were cruelly gunned down by members of the industrial workers of the world in Centralia. Of course, they happen to be trying to burn down the Union Hall, but that's just not important. These, we can't sully their memory with that kind of detail, at least not for the past 100 years. And now finally, as of a few months ago, there's now a plaque near the statue of the brave legionnaires. There's a plaque in memory of the members of the IWW who were railroaded into prison, spent decades in prison, and to Wesley Everest, who was extrajudicially killed on the night of the so-called massacre of the Legionnaires. What was going on there in November 1919 was a coordinated action all over the country. Centralia was just one of the towns all over the country. The FBI was conducting an operation using the American Legion as their shock troops. The American Legion were burning down union halls all over the country, and the FBI was rounding up the members and arresting the leaders and deporting as many of the European members as they could, and in order to break the back of the Union 2 years after the Russian Revolution. And this is the kind of thing the FBI has been doing ever since, although back then it was a bit more obvious, with actual burning down of union halls happening all over the country. They got a little more subtle about their repression as time went on. But we'll do another song about that, but this is a song about the 11th of November, 1919. It was the 11th of November, 1919, if I were to tell the story and try to set the scene. It was the town of Centralia in Washington State, where still today so many people can't forget the date. The war was on, and the way the press put on the spin, they named all the Wobblies the enemy within. They were German agents, and if that line didn't stick after the Russian Revolution, they just called them Bolsheviks. The Seattle General Strike was earlier that year. The timber barons were determined it wouldn't happen here. The Palmer raids were on from the west coast to the east. Arson, death, and deportation till the Unions deceased. The hall destroyed a year before. This time they prepared. Those who lost so much before decided to be there on the anniversary of the ending of the war. They were prepared for self-defense because they knew the score. Across the country when the Union was attacked, in Centralia the Wobblies fought back. The patriotic mob was marching past the Union Hall. In uniform formation, several legionnaires would fall. As they went inside the building, the gunshots would resound from Union men who thought they had the right to stand their ground. The cops would not protect them, but afterwards they came to charge 7 Wobs with murder in the prosecutor's name. But not before a power cut turned off all the light, and the mob came to the jail that night. Across the country when the Union was attacked, in Centralia the Wobblies fought back. They grabbed Wesley Everest, dragged him from his cell. The things they did to him are too horrible to tell. They hung this union organizer beneath the bridge on Mellon Street, brought his body back, laid it at his cellmate's feet, who each got 25 to 40 in a railroad court, in a trial as unfair as it was short. This is a story of the workers, how they were held in check when they lynched
Wesley Everest with a rope around his neck. Across the country when the Union was attacked. In Centralia, the Wobblies fought back. Now it's been more than a century since that abomination, since the war against the Wobblies across all of creation, since the FBI was formed to stop a revolution complete with lies and defamation, legal persecution, and sending in the legion to do the dirty job, protected by police like a proxy lynch mob. Doesn't matter if you like it, you can disagree, I'm just telling you a tale from US history. Across the country